So we've been very fortunate here in the Eastern Kentucky region to be able to work with KVEC. And KVEC has a branch known as the Appalachian Technology Initiative. And through their work, local high schools have been able to offer computer science. Belfry is one such school. We never had a computer science in the past 15 years, way back in the day maybe. But just last year we implemented an Intro to Programming 1 course in which we had about 40 students enroll. This next year, year 2, we now have 3 computer science courses, an Intro 1, an Intro 2, and an AP Computer Science Principles. However, every day when I saw my students looking and interacting with their code, it was very dull from a teacher's point of view. So if I'm sitting here looking at my kids and I'm saying, man, that could get really boring really quickly. They said they loved it, but how could they love it even more? And the goal is to increase engagement and interest in the computer science field since there are so many jobs and careers out there available. Through different conferences I went to, I've learned so many different things, and one was about a Finch robot. Now the Finch robot is a very, very small, yay big. And what it does, it allows our students to code what they're learning into this robot and actually see the manifestation down in front of them. Well, this robot codes in more than one language, which was a very big thing to me since I teach 3 different computer languages right now. And next year I'll add a 4th. So I'm able to use this, I'm able to get these robots for my kids, and they're able to code these little pieces of plastic to run down the hall, turn left, turn right, in these little programs, and they're going to be able to see the manifestation of that code that was on their screen that they were looking at bored out of their mind. Well, I think that it looks boring. They love it. I don't get the connection just sitting at a computer all day. But how many of you actually like sitting at a computer all day? I don't think so. The kids. The kids like the computers all day. However, with the implementation of these robots, I am hopefully going to see more interest in our classes. I've only grown about 10 students this year, and I want to keep growing our programs because this field is so, so important, and I can't wait to get those little buggers out and all around the hallways of our schools. So does anybody have any questions? Yes. Well, in the coding world, just to reiterate his question, he wants to know if we have any competitions between the students. That way they're not just looking at the screen all day. And of course, kids are very super competitive. Even last year at the Action Research Summit in the spring, we had a competition right downstairs for the kids that were coding. And I'm hopefully going to implement those Finch robots here as well as part of that. But we want our code to be very, very efficient. And the more efficient the code, the easier it is going to run, the less buggy, the less chance it's going to crash. I mean, we can always look at new operating systems that come out on our phones, and that first version is always so buggy. And that's with any code from a beginner to an expert, you're going to have these buggy codes. And putting that competition between the kids, you'd be amazed at the work product come out of that. Any other questions? He asked if this is a CTE or a math course. It could be both. We have different pathways that KVEC has worked with the Board of Ed, the State Board of Ed, to develop these different pathways. So in our school, it offers both. So if our seniors are needing that math course and you don't want to take AP Cal because that's not for everybody, they are jumping into this, and they're probably some of our most successful. Last year, our first year implementing the computer science course, I had half my class full of seniors. Out of those, I had maybe 1 student that initially came in wanting to do computer science as a career path. And now I have about 6 or 7 students in college majoring in computer science because it has just changed their lives.
What's the certification requirement for teachers?
Math. I have a math certified. And we have lots of those. So that's how we were able to bring computer science into our school. And if anybody wants help getting it into theirs, let me know. I will help you out. Any other questions? Awesome. Thank you.